res sub judice. Okay, that is also known as stay of suit. Okay, it is coming under Civil Procedure Code 1908. Okay, let's start the topic. If you really like the topic, please subscribe it and share it to your friends. Now start the topic. Res sub judice or stay of suit. Okay, many times it is coming in exam, so listen carefully. Res means subject matter and sub judice means pending. So it is divided into two parts. Res means subject matter, sub judice means pending. Section 10 of Civil Procedure Code 1908 provides the rule with regard to stay of suit where things are under consideration or pending adjudicated by a court. Okay, so it is explained under Section 10 of Civil Procedure Code with regard to stay of suit. Okay, it explains stay of suit where things are under consideration or pending adjudicated by a court. Suppose the matter, the suit is already pending adjudicated by a court, they are stay of suit. That is explained under Section 10. No court shall proceed. Now the section is definition of this section. No court shall proceed with the trial of any suit in which the matter in issue is also directly and substantially in issue in a previous instituted suit between the same parties or between parties under whom they or any of them claim litigating under the same title. What it is explained? Section 10 of CPC explained res sub judice or stay of suit. Okay, no court shall proceed with the trial of any suit. No court will try the suit. Trial of any suit, no court will proceed where in which the matter is also directly and substantially in issue in a previously instituted suit. Okay, the same matter, it is already previously instituted suit directly and substantially in issue. Directly and substantially in issue means it is actual in issue or in a long time issue. It is already issued in a previously instituted suit between the same parties under whom they or any of them claim litigating. So same parties or whom they are claim for the litigating under the same title. The title also same. Where such suit is pending in the same or any other court. Also the suit is pending in the same court or any other court in India having jurisdiction to grant the relief claimed. So it is having jurisdiction. The court will provide the jurisdiction to grant the relief what the plaintiff or defendant claimed. Or in any court beyond the limit of India. Also where it is the suit is instituted beyond the limit of India, established or continued by the central government or having like jurisdiction or before the Supreme Court. Same suit, like any court the suit is already instituted previously, the issue is directly and substantially in issue in the same matter. Again that matter is instituted in any court beyond the limit of India or any continued the central government, any court which is continued by central government. Okay, or any in Supreme Court. If there is another suit is again instituted. Okay, so no court, so court shall not proceed this type of trial if repeatedly it is instituted before already instituted in a previously instituted suit. In a former suit it is already instituted. Again it is instituted in another court in the same relief, same subject matter and the same title, and the people who are litigating under them also same. The person who are instituted the suit parties also same, the subject matter also same, the title also same, and the court is former suit is instituted in some of the competent court, and the later also case is instituted in the Supreme Court or any court beyond the limit of India or any court which is continued by the central government. It is explained here. The explanation here given one, the pendency of a suit in a foreign court does not preclude the court in India from trying a suit founded on the same cause of action. Here not included the suit which is instituted in foreign court. Okay, if it is a subject matter situated in the foreign court, that will be not include here. Okay, that will be prevent the pendency of suit. Here any other court will not entertain that suit. Okay, so object of this section is to prevent two courts of concurrent jurisdiction from simultaneously trying two parallel suits in respect of the same matter in issue. It is to avoid two contradictory decree being passed in respect of the same subject matter between the same parties that the present section has been enacted. So in this section, what it prevents, the object of the section is to prevent two courts, same litigation, if the same parties, same subject matter, they will decide, then what will happen? There will be a contradictory decree may be passed. Okay, the decree may be passed contradictory, which is not benefit for the parties. So this will be prohibit. This section is to prevent two courts of concurrent jurisdiction simultaneously trying two parallel suits. Two parallel suits simultaneously trying two courts in the same matter, same parties, same title. So this will be result. What will be the result of this case? This is the contradictory decree may be passed. Okay, there will be disputed decree may be passed if we will do this type of, if we will institute this type of cases. Here the illustration will explain properly. Suppose A instituted a suit against B regarding the possession and title of house in Hyderabad. Okay, suppose A instituted a suit against B regarding the possession and title of a house. Okay, the subject matter is possession and title of a house in Hyderabad. A instituted the suit against B in Hyderabad. Now, so due to the some delay in jurisdiction, because that is the pending jurisdiction, again B cannot institute the same suit in Bangalore regarding the same relief. So now, as the pending suit is pending in the Hyderabad, so again B cannot institute the same suit in Bangalore regarding the same relief. Okay, and the possession of the title of the house, B cannot institute the again one more suit in Bangalore regarding the same relief. Okay, this is the illustration. Under only the trial, the suit can be stayed and the condition there are. So here the trial will not continue. The trial will be stayed. So the trial of the suit can be stayed. The trial cannot be continued. So for that the conditions. What are the conditions to stay the trial of the former suit? There must be two suits, one previously instituted and the other is subsequently instituted. What happened here? Two suits. One is first instituted, that is previously instituted, and the other is subsequently instituted, that is later instituted. Okay, two suits, they instituted twice. The matter in issue in the subsequent suit must be directly and substantially in issue in the previous suit. So the matter in issue is subsequently suit same, and the previously suit also same. Directly in both in instituted suit are directly and substantial in issue. Both are actual in issue and in a long time issue. Same parties. Both the suit must be between the same parties or their representatives, and the parties are also same. The representatives are also same in both the suit. And fourth one is the previously instituted suit must be pending in the same court in which the subsequent suit is brought. What happened here? The previously suit is already pending there, and another suit instituted, again one subsequent suit is brought, or in any other court in India, either same court instituted or in any other court instituted in India, or in any court beyond the limit of India established or continued by the central government, either instituted in the same court or instituted in any other court which is continued by central government or out of the beyond the limit of India, or in the Supreme Court. Okay, the suit must be pending in any other court, and another suit is instituted again in a Supreme Court or any other court which is continued by the central government, or the suit beyond the limit of India, any court. if instituted. And fifth one, the court in which the previous suit is instituted must have jurisdiction to grant the relief claimed in the subsequent suit. The court, the previous institution, must have jurisdiction to grant relief in the subsequent suit. They must have jurisdiction to grant relief claimed in the subsequent suit. Such parties must be litigated under the same title in both the suit. The title also same in the both the suit. Previously instituted suit is the same title, and later instituted suit also, subsequent suit also same title. These are the conditions where trial will be stayed, trial will not continue. Okay, these are the conditions. If these are conditions are fulfilled, then the trial of the suit can be stayed. That will not continue. Okay, the case laws are Manohar Lal versus Seth Hiralal, AR 1962, Supreme Court 5-7. Okay, and another case Bijendra Kumar versus Vasant Kumar, AIR 1994, Allahabad 81. Okay, now the stay of suit, res sub judice is over. Thanks for watching. If any doubt, please inform me. If you really like my video, please subscribe it and share it to your friends. Thanks for watching.